Hey, thanks for being here. We're going to use what I call my Natasha Denona Triochrome Quint palette. And I know I go through this every time I use it. I call it that because these four, let me hold the paper where I can see it. These four are from Triochrome. These four are from the Ayana Quint. These four are from the Alloy Quint, and these three right here are from the Fez Quint. So that's why I call it my Triochrome Fez Quint. We're going to do looks, four shadows, four, and then three. So we're going to stick to what, well, the Quints would have been, except these four are from Triochrome. And so it's going to be, it is going to be an all matte look because these are all matte shades. And I'm going to do dark, light, and then dark again. So we're going to see. So this is what we have to work with. Two grungy tones and then these. We're going to make it work. You know we do. The only thing on my face right now, and I think I'm not even going to say what's on my face because I want to get through these without this video being like an hour and a half long. But we have on a Milk Hydro Grip face primer and the Fenty Soft Lit. I wear shade 335. You'll notice the brows aren't done. I think we're going to put Contemplative State in the brows. I have out Fortune from Milk Cosmetics to put on the upper lash line. On my lips right now is City Lips, and this shade is Crimson, and it is described as opaque, cool tone, deep rose. These are plumping glosses, excuse me for stammering, but I don't use them for the plumping effect, and I am in their partnership program. Lots of information down below, and yes, my link is affiliated, and if you don't want to use that, just search for it in your browser. So their sales are amazing. So I do want to say that, and I think I'm going to do a short. Yeah, these are like 35 bucks. So when they're 40% off or 50% off, excuse me, and the same for the mascara, which I also really like, that's when I do recommend getting them because they're expensive. So if you can get two for the price of one or four for the price of two, then I recommend doing that. We're going to start with this shade right here. And no, I don't know what this shade is. I absolutely do. This shade is called Scrap. And my eyes are primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I do like. I know some people are surprised about that. And I do like that the Fenty is sticky for me because I can feel it when the shadows stick, but I have not noticed any more or any less fallout using the Urban Decay. And so it just depends on my mood, but I am really just trying to use this one up, and I do actually really like it. I purchased it when it was 50% off, and for that price, to me it was worth it, even knowing I'm not going to get all of it out because it's hard to get everything out of here. And you can cut it open and put what's in there in a jar, but I've heard people say when they do that it dries out fast. So for half off, I'm like, okay, even if I use half the product, that's what I pay for. And I do have one for my kit as well. Actually, two for my kit, I think. Yeah, I think I have two for my kit. So this is, oh, this is a different type of look. I'm glad I tried this before when I did dark to light. I was like, okay, it was nice. I think it was nice. But y'all know my perception is a little different than some people's about what nice is. So now we're going to take this shade right here. And this shade is Vert. I don't know what that is. It's just the name of the shadow. This, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, we're gonna make these four matte shades work. Let me know, and I know sometimes I ask the same questions in videos because I know everybody doesn't watch, excuse me, every video, and sometimes people skip, which is definitely okay, so they may miss the questions, but I ask questions to create conversation down below and also to help each other out if somebody has a question about something and they want to hear opinion other than just mine. This is a brush that had Vert on it, and we are just going to pull that over. So this is just furthering the blend that we have. Do you do all matte looks? I don't have a problem doing all matte looks, just like I don't have a problem doing all shimmer looks, but some people, they have to have both mattes and shimmers. Which side of the ballpark or are you on, excuse me, or is it just whatever? So now we're going to take, I think I want to do this one, but this one is darker, so I think we're going to use this because that'll be really funky, and we'll use this for transition, which is also going to be funky because we're going to put this on top of the top edge of the lid shades. And so this shade right here is called Manganese. These are Hourglass number 3 brushes that I'm using. And so we're going to put this on the outer third of the lid. Y'all, this is different and I like it. And I even like how the colors are showing up and how they're working together. And I had no idea, because looking at these shades, I'm like, but y'all know we're going to make something work. Y'all know that. If y'all know nothing else and you've been here for a little while, we're going to make it work. And it's exciting to me when I do just try something different and it comes out nice. I'm like, wow, like I should have done this sooner. But everything has its time, you know what I mean? So we're just going to, so we're going to just feather the top edge of that center shade just a little bit, because we are going to put a shade in our transition area. I was about to tap in, but I didn't. And so it does not seem to be much left in the brush, but we are just bringing it. Yeah, there's some that's still allowing it to travel upward. It looks like more on this corner than over here. So we are going to just tap lightly and then tap off. And we're just going to press. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That song still pops in my head at the most random times. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Y'all, I don't even know where I heard it. And I know it's the thing, because in the live stream, y'all were telling me like where it's from, but I'm like, I don't even watch that show. So I'm just like, where did I even hear that? This is nice because it's different. It's kind of like, what is going on? We're going to take the brush that had that center shade, and we're just going to just lightly just pull that over. And then we're going to bring it back in. This is nice. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. Not at all. We're going to take our Sigma 849 and we're going to go into the 4th shade, this shade here. And that shade is Tungsten. And so we're going to put that. Why is this eye tearing? Like what? And it feels like it wants to tear upward. So we're going to put this on the top edge of the lid shades. And I feel like I should do like wing shadow, because like I have no tail on my brows. And so it's just like, why is that just hanging there? But we're going to see what Contemplative State does for that area. Some parts of my eye, it blends in, and then other parts of my, well, my eyelid, on other parts of my eyelid, this is definitely tearing. I can feel it near the corner. Some parts of my eyelid, it looks mustard. Yeah, my face has different undertones in different places. So this is how we got. This is definitely different, and I do really like it. So that's it for the palette. Which way are you tearing? You're tearing down, so it's trying to come down. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to edit out putting on Contemplative State in the brows, Fortune from Mel Cosmetics for upper lash line. Oh, before we go, we're going to take this brush as well, and we're going to take this outer corner shade, and we're going to put that on lower lash line. And yo, I do not have any gel pencil liner on my lower lash line. I really don't. And I didn't powder down my face either, so I was going to say maybe that's why this is sticking. Oh, that's cute. Let me know if this is a look that you would do. I know it's hella different, the color choices and the placement. And I'm not easily offended, so if you don't like it, just be like, girl, no, that's too much even for the crazy troll nation. And so, and I do think I'm going to finish the face even if I just powder down. I'm laughing right now when I was away and I had texted a friend, I forgot my mirror. And she said, I think one of your palettes might have a mirror. And I was just like, duh. I was so out of it that I didn't even think about that. Because usually I don't use the mirror in the palettes, excuse me for smacking. So that is it for the shadows. And so we're going to do the liner in our brows and upper lash line. We're going to finish off the face. I want to do something else with the lip. This is a nice kind of like quirky, grungy type look. I do know we're going to put on the Beyond Mascara. I do know that. I think I may put Maleficent from MAC Cosmetics. It's one of their lip glosses over top of this. But we're going to do all the things and then we'll be back. This is it for the look, y'all. And I have to say, I am disgusted. Look how bad this eye teared. It teared upward and it traveled all the way over. Like this though, I like the look. And even looking down on this side, I like the look. I like the color placement. I like that it's different. We did put Contemplative State in the brows. and where I did not have hair, it did not show up. So imagine that. And then we took Midnight Snack MAC Fluid line, and we used this for the tails, and we took it up to here, like halfway between where I have hair. So from here over. And I do like that look. And actually my brows look almost even too. And we did put Fortune on our upper lash line. For some reason I had trouble using this. And it's not dry or anything, but I really struggled getting this on and getting a crisp line with that. We did put this on. No, we didn't. Let me put that away. For the center of the lip, we actually used one of the Sephora cream lip stains, and this is 72 Alter Ego. So that's on the center, and all over, if you remember, it was crimson from City Lips, and from City Beauty we did use, is it upside down? Yep, the Beyond Mascara, which I really do like. We didn't do bronzers or anything because I am just disgusted with with this tearing, and I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I don't, and it's so what we did powder down with the Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny, and I'm going to take the sifter out because we are just about done. I put all over the face Hourglass Luminous Light. I like this, and this is described as a champagne pearl, so I really like this. So I like everything except, and then when it dries, it starts to feel itchy, and so I'm gonna wash my face right after this. So let me know what you think of this look, y'all. Like, would you do this? Even though the color placement is hella different, I like how the transition shade up here ties in with this shade. It's just a lighter tone of this. And I do like that we, let me do this. Excuse me for smacking my teeth. I'm disgusted at the tearing. And so I do like that we put that whatever kind of green here, and then the mustard there, and this on the outside. I really like this. Let me know if you would try something like this. And I do think it is something I'm going to do more often, doing, you know, light to dark, well, actually from dark to light, or just dark, dark, and light in the center, and them being different shades. And so it's not quite a halo look. I don't know what to call it. Let me know what you would call this style of eyeshadow look. That's the question. So these are the 4 shades we use right here. First third of the lid, center lid, outer lid, and this for transition, and this also on lower lash line. And so that's what we did. Hopefully tomorrow when we come back to do another look, another look with this palette, this eye will not be acting like that. And so again, I didn't do bronzer or blush or highlighter or anything because I'm just disgusted. I like the good thing is I'm not going anywhere. And let me see if I can pack shadow. And I know I can pack shadow back on it. Let's just see what it'll do. Sometimes it works, excuse me for shaking you. So patting it on, it does cover it. It makes it deeper than it is because it's wet. And so because we did that side, so if I was going out, I would do this, but then if it continued to tear before I left, I would end up just washing it off. Now we're going to take the brush that had that center shade, this one here, and we're just going to see. And so, oh my gosh. So some of it adhered and then some of it pulled off the shadow. And so it still just looks weird because you can see that gap right in my actual crease. And the thing with packing on a lot of shadow, after you get to a point, there's nothing for it to stick to. And so it's going to fall out or fall somewhere or do something. And so we're going to pull this over here. We're going to take this brush that has that center shade on it. So I've got an itch right there. And just pull it here just to get somewhat of a blend or something, just to get it somewhat decent for pictures. And so it's not, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever because I don't walk around like this. And so only like if I blink would somebody see it. But this is the best it's going to get for now. And I feel it's still tearing. I just wish I could figure out why. It might be because I've been running my heat. And they do clean out the ducts, I think, twice a year. Or maybe just once a year. Yeah, we're going to go hang tight. Let me know what you would call this style of look. Dark, light, and then dark. I really do dig it. And the lip is simple and it ties into that outer corner shade. Yeah, so hang tight and you will see another Thank you for hanging around. We're going to start with Vanilla Mint. And my lips are dry today. My lips are dry today. You can probably guess what foundation I have on because I'm looking super glowy. So we have on a Milk Hydro Grip Primer and a Fenty Soft Lit Foundation, lower lash line, NYX retractable eyeliner in silver. And for inner realms, matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner and graphic content. We did the brows. Y'all, I don't know what to do. Because when I do my brows, like, they look almost the same. Like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, one is here and one is here. But when I look back here, it looks good. And maybe because I don't have my glasses on, which helps me see distance. But even when I look in the mirror down here, they look good. But then when I watch videos, I'm like, ooh, them brows ain't it, girl. Under eye, before we did the primer and foundation, is the Under Eye Recovery Eye Treatment from City Beauty. And we primed the eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. Of course, the brows are Fenty. We are using the Ayana Quint, which is just these 4 shades right here. And so we're going to do the dark shade in the middle again, and I'm excited about that. I need to figure out what to call it and see if other people have done it and what they call it, so nobody's like, oh, so-and-so did that first and you just copying off of them. People do stuff like that. So since the eyes are primed, I'm gonna do the rest of the face later. So we're going to start with, we're using Esom V33, and we're using 3 of the Esom V27s. I'm excited to get the new ones because they're slanted, whereas these are just flat. Yeah, y'all. So we're going to start with this shade, actually, and we are going to take, what is that shade called? It is called Stain. Is it? It is called 1, 2, 3. This is called Crease. This shade right here. Why is that called Crease? I don't know. So I'm looking at my, I'm looking at the paper where I have the names and what's where. So we're going to start putting this right above our transition area, because you know I take my lid shades up into my crease area. So we're going to put that there, and then we're just going to kind of feather it just to further blend. And we're going to do the same here. So y'all, I did a thing and I'm second guessing it, but I kind of feel like it's too late. When I went shopping at BJ's, I bought a lot of stuff, and I don't know if I told y'all that the bag I take, that when it's full, I know that's everything that's going to fit in my freezer. I did have the bag in my cart, but I didn't put stuff in it. And so when I packed it before I left, I think I did tell y'all this. When I packed it before I left BJ's, so that when I went to my car, I can just put the bag in the car, I had that bag and another huge bag full of stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I did ask my neighbor to store some stuff for me in her freezer, but then I ended up just giving her stuff, and that gave me room in my freezer for what I purchased. But meanwhile, because I was concerned with not getting the meats in the freezer before like the sell by date, I ordered a chest freezer. And the chest freezer, they call it a chest freezer because you open it from the top like a chest versus a door. And so I bought that thinking it was smaller than it is. I thought it was just like this little, like the miniature, what did I think it was? I thought it was about the size of a microwave that you get in a hotel, or like a large microwave size. That's what I thought. It's the size of a dormitory refrigerator. I'm just like, so now I'm trying to figure out, I do have a place to put it, but I don't like stuff to look cluttered. And so that's one of my concerns. But I do have something to put over top of it so it'll look like decoration, and not, people won't be like, oh, why is that freezer sitting there? They won't know it's a freezer, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I have stuff sitting on top of over there. And I was looking at the warning, and it was saying don't put it on carpet. And I'm like, so I looked up other sites. They said you can put it on carpet, just put like a plastic mat or something over it, because the coils can get hot and it can cause a fire hazard on the carpet, and if it leaks or something like that. So I went on Amazon and bought a tray. What's a silicone mat tray, and it has raised edges, so if something does leak, it won't spill over into the carpet. But I'm like, I did not think this through, and I should have measured, which I didn't, because before I bought it, because I thought like 2.7 cubic feet was small. It's not. And because I ended up just giving my neighbor some stuff, I don't even need this freezer now. And you know, I did mention it because FedEx left it downstairs. My next door neighbor, her boyfriend brought it up when he came home from work. But I'm just like, so I might see if somebody wants to, somebody I know wants it, but then they'll have to transport, excuse me for that hiccup. And so I'm just like, what? Or I could just use it for storage, for like extra pillows and blankets and just never plug it in. So I'm just like, I was just so concerned about meat spoiling. that I'm like, oh, what can I do like right now? You know what I mean? And feels like something's rolling around in this eye. It was a good deal for it because it was on sale. So I don't feel like I wasted money. We're going to take this shade, which is Glam Green, it says, but it doesn't look green to me. But that's what the shade of it is. When we get it on, it might. That's going to go on the first portion, the first third of our lid. And we are taking this into the crease, which is right here. Thank you to my new subscribers. If you're here from subscribing from watching my shorts, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I hope you do enjoy my long form content. Long form is where I live, but I do know a lot of people do watch shorts. And so I don't want to abandon doing shorts. My numbers have been switching when I'm looking in analytics. I remember I said before, there's an equal number of people who only watch shorts and people who only watch content and people who watch both. Now it's kind of flipped where the majority of my views are shorts versus it being equal across all three. So I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Doing content and keeping track of numbers and what's what and trying to continue to do well or somewhat well, it can be challenging. So that's that shade. For some reason, it's looking more shiny like right here than over here, which is why I keep trying to put more like right here. We're going to keep moving. We're going to take another brush. I'm thinking we could take a larger brush than this. We're going to take this shade. And that shade is Lash Line. I hate when they do that. I'm thinking I could use a, excuse me for smacking, an Hourglass number 3. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. And so we're going to take that shade on the Hourglass number 3. We are going to coat both sides of the brush because maybe, just maybe, we can just get the whole thing done, both sides of the brush, and then move on. This is interesting. Move on to the outer lid shade. So I felt a little weird. I did 7 videos the other day and I already had one on my computer to be edited. So I had 8 videos to edit. And so I intentionally didn't do more videos because I don't like having more than like 3 to edit because then it just gets overwhelming and trying to figure out where to plug them in to my spreadsheet and when to schedule them. But I was just like, okay, I said, I'm not going to do any looks at all till I get all 8 of these scheduled. And so I did that. I finished that yesterday or this morning. And so I'm doing a look today. Today is November something. Might be the 18th. I don't know. Today is a Sunday. I think it's the 17th because I know I do usually remember the date of when my lives are. And I do a live every Monday, as you know, if you've been here. So, I don't know about this. I don't know. And I don't know why I did that because this is not this shade that's up here. Because you know what, I'm used to taking my lid shades up. So let's go back to the brush that had that transition area shade and just do that. It's looking too light for me. That's what it is. That's why I did that, even though it was self-conscious at the time. And so this is what we have. And you know what? I do like it. We're about to get funky in a good way. We're going to take this shade right here. And this shade is Stain. And again, these 4 are from the Ayana palette. I could use a different brush out here too. And so we're still doing light, dark, and then light. I like it because it's different. And this is another way too, if you have colors, you don't know what to do with them or if they're going to go together, put a dark color in the middle because then it won't matter if this color goes with the first color. You see what I did there? Yeah. So we're going to feather in between. I do, and this goes nicely with this transition shade we put up here. So this is the look. What were we going to put on lower lash line? I don't know. Let me see. Let me take this brush. We're going to take that center lid shade, that one, which is lash line. And we're going to put that on our lower lash line on top of this silver. This is a Fenty 220 brush. I don't know how come I remember this one, and I don't use it that often, but my lid brushes, I was going to say lid shade brushes, I often forget what those are, and I use more of those than just this one that I put for my lower lash line. You know what I mean? So I think that's just weird, but y'all know I'm a little different. So I think that freezer might end up as a storage cabinet. Yeah, I was just so concerned about the meat spoiling, or like having to cook it all and then freezing it. And let me know this, y'all. Do y'all freeze meats? Do y'all cook meats and then freeze them and then thaw them out, eat them later? Because I have never in my life done that. And I remember a couple years ago, family gathering, I was eating turkey, and I'm like, this turkey is super dry. And they said, that's from last Thanksgiving. I'm like, I was like, wait, what? They said, no, they had put it in the freezer. And I was just like, oh. It was like super, super dry. It was horrible. So I'm glad that I only got a little bit of it. But that confirmed for me, like, don't cook and freeze meats. But let me know if y'all do that, because I do know some people do that. And I also would imagine there's a way to cook it, freeze it, thaw it, and reheat it and eat it without it being dry. But it was just horrible. So this is the look that we got. We're going to edit out lash line for upper lash line. Something's in this eye, and this eye's tearing. We're going to powder down. I'll let you know when we come back. We'll be back. Everything will be done. This is our finished look, y'all. We did purple on our upper lash line. This is Inglot number 75. We put Contemplative State on the inner portion of our brows, but it was where I didn't have no hair, which I had covered with the pencil. So this just made it look like a bald patch. And so then we took Midnight Snack MAC Fluid Line and put from inner corner to like halfway. So that's what we did with the brows. And before I forgot, like I sometimes do, we put on mascara, and we used the Esom mascara for my face, y'all. We used both Hourglass House Labs number 9 and number 11. And I'm loving that gradient, y'all. And I'm loving this Hourglass powder. This one is Mood Light, the sheer lavender pink, the one I wasn't sure about. I am loving this under eye and for the face. Like, it just, so it is under eye and everywhere except across my nose. And I'm like, look. And so we didn't use a highlight, because this also does serve as a highlight when you see how the light bounces off my face with this powder. So the one I wasn't sure about, I am digging it. For lips, we used 2 of our Sephora lip stains. We first put number 127 Frozen Pomegranate on the center, and then we took 135 Plum Madness and put on the outer. And then we ended up just kind of blending this one inward. So that's why in here it looks pink. It's on purpose. That's this one right here. So these are the 2, excuse me, that we used. And so I am enjoying using these. I love the look, y'all. I don't know what to call it, but it does, all the shades do kind of blend together, which is nice. And my wings are looking decent today. Yeah, so that's this look. Hang tight and you will see the third look from my Natasha Denona Triochrome Quint palette. And that'll be this, well, these 4 right here. And then the last look will be these 3. So hang tight, that'll be coming up right about now. Fast in a hurry, we're gonna put on Tillamook. We are doing the 3rd row in this palette. Today is Sunday. No, it's Monday, because my live is tonight. It's in like 40 minutes. I only have on brows. I've been struggling with my brows lately, but today I think they're okay. But then when I watch the video back, I'm like, they ain't working. So Fenty foundation, the soft lit, and Milk Hydro Grip primer, and Estee Lauder concealer. I didn't powder down yet because both of my eyes are tearing horribly, and I'm wondering if it's this, because I've been putting this on under my eyes before videos and it's just getting worse and worse. So these are the 4 that we're going to use today. These 4 right here are from the Alloy palette. So we're going to take this color here. This is Suntan, this one, and we're going to put this on the inner corner and the outer corner. This is a Esom something T37. It's one of their angle brushes, and I'm excited for the new ones that I ordered. The eyes are primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and so innermost and outermost corner with this shade. What is in my brows? You know, that might be eye primer. So we're going to try to do this really fast, and hopefully it doesn't tear enough to actually mess up the look. If it tears downward, that's fine, because I can just put on more foundation under there. I forget what video it was, or even if it's in this video, what clip it was when it was tearing horribly upward and it creased all the way over. It was just traveling. It was going on its own little private journey through my crease area, and I was just like, this is not good. And when it does that, there's nothing I can do about it. Thankfully, I have not encountered that with anybody's makeup I've done, because when it's that bad, I don't think there's an option to fix it or just put shimmer on it or a glitter because that was really bad. And so that may be what I'll try, but then if that's not the look that they're going for, it's still not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I do think, I was thinking about that today. My eyes always tear when I first wake up. But then I put this on and I was going to do a look, and both of them were just like, it looked like I was crying. Like it was tearing where it was like coming down my face, and I was just like, why? And this is the only new thing. So that's there. It looks like this side is going further in. So we're going to bring this in a little bit, and we are going to overlap it with the darkest shade as we do. Yes, we're doing a spotlight, halo, cat eye thingy, whatever you call it. So we're going to put that down. We're going to take a clean one, and we're going to go into this shade is Earth. Now we're going to take this one, and we're going to put that here. So not all the way out, but halfway across that first shade. So we are overlapping. And if you've been here before, you know that this is the way I like halo eyes on me. When I do the darkest shade all the way out, where we put that second to the darkest shade, I just don't like that look on me. And I think it has something to do with my eye shape, and also, you know, all this puffiness I have going on up here. But when I did it this way the first time, I'm like, okay, that's what I need to keep doing, and that's what I really liked. And so find whatever way you like for you. Try other things, because I kept doing it the way other people did it, and including bridging it, and I only like it bridged when I bridge it with a color that's close to my complexion, because otherwise it just, I don't know, it's just weird for my eye shape for me. And I apologize, I'm not explaining it better. This is the brush that had that first shade on it, so we're just going to pull over, we're going to overlap, and just going to feather. We're overlapping and feathering just to get more of a blend. So this is what we got. That's what we got. So now we're going to take Esum T27. No, it's not. It's a V27. And we're going to take this shade. And this shade is called Golden Flesh. So if you have the Ayana Quint, this is a look that you can do. So we're going to bring this here, and we're just gonna, the lightest shade. Oh, this feels crumbly. I was wondering too last time I used this if this was getting old, but I have not reached the PAO for any of these quints in here, because I was really trying to figure out, like, why are my eyes acting the way they're acting. I didn't mean to connect it, but since we did, let's just go all the way over. Because you have to keep it, well, you don't have to. And so this could be it, but we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to do a little bit more. I'm going to take the brush that I had that first shade on it, and I'm just going to use the tip of the brush. I'm not adding shadow on the brush, but we're using the tip part, the angle part, and we are bridging it. And so you see how this does blend in. This one's tearing in my outer corner. And just lightly feathering to bridge it without adding shadow on the brush, because there is still shadow in the brush. And so this is the way I like mine. And I'm glad we used the Urban Decay this time, because we're not going to do a brow bone shade, and it looks like I have one there, but it doesn't look almost unnatural like with the Fenty primer that has the pink hue to it. So this, I really like this. Time check. Okay, now we're going to take this shade here, which is Atria. And that's going to go in the center of the lid, clean one. And we're going to, something seems different with the texture. And we are just going to come straight down. We're going to turn the brush over. And we're going to come straight down. And then start from the bottom and go side to side up to the top. Start from the bottom, go side to side up to the top. And this is the look. But we're going to take the brush that had that second shade on it, and we're just going to lightly feather where that and this shade meets, because this side is looking kind of unblended. So we're just feathering to get a blend, but we're not going to blend too much. Oh, this one wants to tear upward because we still want to keep that shape and that look. So this is the look, y'all. We are, do I dare? Oh, you know, we didn't do anything under lower lash line. Shit. Okay, so this is a brush that had concealer and foundation on it and primer. I don't know if I want to put anything under the eye, honestly, because if it tears, it's gonna look funky. We're not gonna do anything under the eye, and it looks like there's something there already. So we're just gonna, actually, my under eye discoloration is working right now for my benefit. So we're gonna powder down the face. This is all of the Fashion Fair, y'all, that we have left. That is it. We're gonna use that. We're gonna finish the face. We're gonna come back. I'll figure out eyeliner and the lip, and when we come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look. We did not do eyeliner. We did not do mascara because my eyes are turning horribly. So we're gonna do pictures right now really quick before it's out of control. And let's hold this up again for this picture for my gallery. And the last look we'll do is these three, and these are from the Fez palette. So what did we use on the face? Stuff, but for the lips. Sephora Cream Lip Stain 97 Red Desert we put all over, and then we put 13 Marvelous Mauve, or Mauve, however you pronounce it, in the center. And so I just wanted to bring some brightness to the look, even though yes, a black would have been better, a brown would have been good too, but I'm working my way through these, and I do love the formula, and they do work well with each other. So it's different, but it's a good different for me. So we're going to go, hang tight, and you will see the last look for this video. We have made it, y'all. Look at my eyes. There's no tearing. I don't want to say yet. We're doing the last row in here, the last column, excuse me. These are from the Fez palette. So just a 3 shadow look. The lids are primed with the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion. Inner rims, we have Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner Sick Tap Bro. On our lower lash line from MAC, we have Stay the Night. And so we are going to, same thing, brows, Fenty Faces, Milk Hydro Grip Primer mixed with the Fenty Soft Lit Foundation. So we're going to get into this palette. We're using Hourglass brushes today. We have out 3 of the number 3s and, no, 2 of the number 3s and 1 of the number 6. Y'all could tell I'm in a better mood today, right? Because yesterday I was just like, and the number 9, because we're going to place and blow out lower lash line. I do have eyeliners out for upper lash line. I have mascara out. I have a lip out. I don't have out face products, but we will just pull something. So on my lips, I put on for a previous video. It is from City Beauty. What exactly is it called? City Beauty, and it is their City Lips Night Oil. But I put this on because I did a review of it, and I also reviewed the eye serums, which I did not use this morning before I went to sleep or when I woke up. And look at my under eye area. I do have foundation on and concealer, but still, it's not puffy and all. Girl. So shout out to Sarah. Thank you for that question that you asked me, because I really think that's what it was. So we're going to take this blue right here. This shade is, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. This shade is Acrobat. And actually Acrobat is in Circle Local palette, but for some reason to me it looks different than this one, and I'm not going to pull it out to show you because that would just take more time. So we're going to put this on the majority of our lid. Part of me thinks I should have did the transition shade first, so I would know where to stop the blue and not take the blue up too high. But it would just change it into whatever kind of color anyway, mixing it together. We're going to leave, oh, I felt the crumble on my face. Dare I say, the textures of some of these are changing, and we're not at the PAO yet. And so I noticed it the other day, and I'm like, like, do I want to keep using this? We're lightly feathering just to soften the top edge of that line. I had a feeling, y'all, that I just want to just go through my collection and just radically just pick stuff and just toss it. And I don't want to act in haste. But I have had that thought. Y'all know it's important for me to like what I have, and I do. I do have some stuff still in trash or treasure that we need to go through. But I'm thinking like certain things, like would I really miss if they weren't here? And some stuff I can do similar looks with other things. And so would I miss it in particular? And all the palettes I have, I do like all the formulas, which is why I kept them. But I just want less stuff. And for me, my life just feels more peaceful and more organized. And I feel more calm the less stuff that I have. I think I'm gonna take a let's do that right now. I don't know what brush this is. This is a Makeup Geek Define Crease brush. We're gonna go into that blue, and we're just gonna bring it like right here. Yeah, this has a chunk right here. Yeah, this texture is changing for this shadow, and I think it was like one other one when I put it on, it kind of crumbled. And this is the, I believe this is the cream to powder formula. But so that's a little concerning. The last few days I would not have been able to do this because this would have been so wet, particularly this eye. So I remember saying, excuse me for stammering, that when my eyes are teary and acting up, I just feel thrown off. And y'all can probably tell my mood today from yesterday is completely different. And I'm talking a lot more, so I'm not trying to rush to get done. And well, in a way I am, because I don't want this video to be too long. But also I was rushing because the tearing was just out of control, and I knew it was going to just keep getting worse. Yeah, this texture has changed. I should have turned my thermostat down because I feel like I'm starting to sweat. So we're going to just leave this here. We're going to go ahead and do our transition shade, which is going to be more like our brow bone. Because this is the transition area, like right here. And this in here is the crease for those who are new here. Sorry for shaking you. I did just bump the table. So yeah, we're going to take, yeah, I feel like I'm starting to sweat. We're going to take the number 6 brush from Hourglass, and we're going to go into this shade, which is Carnelian. And we're going to, this is a cream to powder formula. And we are going to, we'll start in here since we have shadow there. And then we are going to bring it down and out. This is a good shade for me for this area, or for buffing out in general, because even though it looks like it's bold on my complexion, it does show, well, is it showing up? I can see it in the mirror down here that I'm looking in, but when I look up here, it's like, like where is it? And so sometimes shades may look intimidating, but they're really not. And so just try things. Even if you think something's not going to look right, like just try it, because it may not be as bad as you think, and you may end up liking it. And so this is really doing nothing for this area. And so we're going to go ahead and bring that down, and I don't even see it. And we're going to wing out. I don't even see it over here. I do see a little bit now. Like the more I put, I'm not tapping off. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it down here, but it is very faint. This is so funny to me. When I have shades that look like they're going to look like something, and it's like, we might show up for the party. And this I can see, but I can see this part out here, but like up here, it just kind of blends in. That's how MAC's Contemplative State is. Like on my lid, it almost blends in, but as I get higher up here, it's more noticeable. And I'm sure it's because of the color of my complexion on my eyelids. So we are going back and forth over the line with the blue, and it is softening some. So let's just take some more. We're not going to tap off, and we're just going to do this on the line where the blue is. This is a different type of look. We're going to go back with this little brush, and we're going to put some more here because this side looks, oh gosh. Sponge tip to the rescue. No, this is a lipstick applicator. Ooh. This is the brush that had, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna take another lipstick applicator and dip into the palette that has the primer and foundation. And we're gonna just tap that right there, and that is making it green. All right, let's take a sponge tip and just wipe that off. Y'all like, oh, you're wiping it off. Yeah. That blue is traveling, y'all. It's all the way down my nose. All right, this, at least my eyes aren't tearing. This is the palette that had primer and foundation. This is the brush that we use for that. So we're just going to put that back. And yes, she is adorable. All right, so back to the palette now. I think we did all we're going to do with this orange. And now we're going to take another Hourglass 3 and go into this shade. This shade is Mindful. Why does that sound like that's from somewhere? Y'all, I have like blue crumbles on my cloth down here. And this one is crumbling as well. So I think this is about to be done. So this might be the last time you see this. And what I'm thinking is the shades that are in here, just random shades, Natasha Denona shades. Maybe I'll put these, where am I at? Maybe I'll put these like here. And I do need to use these more. But yeah, this is crumbly as well. So the texture is changing, which means that it is dying and or half dead already. But it's not irritating my lids, and so that's fine. So we're feathering over the blue. And I think we might feather over this area with that orange since it's not doing too much. And we're going to just pull out this just a little bit. We're going to tap straight in, tap off on the tip of the brush and pull that out. So I think I'm going to use the brush that we use for that orange shade and feather that out. Yeah, ooh, y'all. This is in chunks. Yeah, this is done. I'm going to call it right now. And I don't feel like I'm being quick to say it's done, even though I just said part of me just wants to like go through all of my stuff and just, well, mainly my palettes. And I have a lot of blue fallout on my face down here. Damn. And that must have happened when I was feathering in between, because I had just put, I had just used this to put under there. So that just got there. Y'all, this stuff is crumbling. But thankfully, my eyes feel okay. We tapped straight in and tapped off lightly. Y'all, this is, it's interesting. Let me know if you have the Fez palette. Like, is yours still good? Let me know that. And of course, they look different on the sides. But, yeah. Let's feather this some more. Y'all, these shadows. I haven't even had... Yeah, the PAO for Fez is July 15, 2025. And so it shouldn't be... According to the PAO, it shouldn't be dead yet. But then I don't know, like, how long it's sat in the factory. Even though technically the time doesn't start until you open it. But still, I had a brand new, this is the brush that had carnelian. So we're going to take this and we're tapping in and we're going to do one of these numbers. Someone gave me Berlin Underground that they had got from someone. It had an Ipsy sticker on it. And it had never been used. And I used it and it burned my lids. And it had never been opened except for the pictures that they took of the palette from wherever, you know, when they had first got it. That is looking blue up there. Does this have blue on it? I don't know what's happening. And it burned my lids. And I'm like, damn. So some stuff can start to turn just sitting if it's been like years. And Berlin Underground was out like long time ago. And I remember somebody was saying they were looking for the Safari palette on one of those sites, you know, Macari or Poshmark. And I said, considering how long ago Safari came out, I said, me with my sensitive lids, I wouldn't trust it even if it was brand new. Because I'm like, that palette came out a long time ago. This is definitely that messy grunge. Like this, I don't know. You know what I think I would have liked better is if we only put the blue here and from here out was brown. Maybe we'll go back and do that. Because y'all know I've been doing different things in this video. Look, this is crumbly, this brown. So we're going to bring this over the blue. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. I didn't expect this clip to be this long because I'm like, oh, 3 shades. But it's crumbling and we're doing new things. And so we're just going to have the inner corner and we're going to feather up here. And I do think this brown will mix better with the orange. So just the blue just on the inside. I do like that. So we're going, y'all, this, putting on the brown, even though the brown is crumbly and the blue was too, but the blue was falling out on my face. We're going to feather to get a blend between the blue and the brown. I'm glad I didn't do my face, and I started to because I was feeling good that my eyes were, feeling good today. But now I'm glad that I didn't because, and I would have fixed it. Y'all know I'd be fixing stuff, but yeah, these 3 shades. Oh, it got in my eye. Oh, this is falling out in chunks. Oh my gosh. And so I'm also looking at my older palettes, even though they haven't reached the PAO, but I'm kind of like, looking at the textures, like, do I want to chance it? And so I'm kind of questioning also if I'm going to keep doing the Trash or Treasure series, because if it's stuff that's older or stuff I haven't been using or subscription box stuff, I'm like, am I really going to use that? And so part of me is like, just toss it, but then part of me is like, that's content. So my members who are watching, let me know if you think I should continue my Trash or Treasure series. And some stuff is still good, I just haven't been using it. But for the stuff from like subscription boxes, should I still do Trash or Treasure videos with those? Because that's stuff I normally don't use. So that's it for the eye looks. We're going to go back, not the eye looks, the eyeshadows. But we need to do under eye. But we're going to take this palette again and tap this on here. Y'all, it's a lot of fallout under here. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. That blue is crumbling. And because of the undertone of my skin, which matches the undertone of this foundation, there was the possibility that it was going to turn green, but it did not. So it actually covered it, which was good, because sometimes stuff be turning different colors. We're going to do that just to kind of straighten out that line a little bit with the foundation brush. And I typically don't do that, but we did today. So I don't know if I want to put anything under eye now, because if it's going to like be flaky and all of that, I do like this look because it's hella messy. And y'all know I like messy grunge. And that's what this is definitely giving me. And I am glad we brought the brown all the way over, because you can see some of the blue under the brown, which makes it look more murky. Y'all know I like that. I'm not going to put anything under eye. I'm going to take that orange and put that under the eye. I know I just said I wasn't, but I want to, and we're not going to use this brush. We're not going to use that thick brush. We're going to take this brush from Fenty, the 220. We're going to take Carnelian, because we're just going to just kind of blend that. And usually I don't mind that there's a line under here, or how it just looks like a line, because to me it just adds to the aesthetic that I'm going for. But this will kind of make it look like the line is blended. And so this is with the powder and this isn't. So this side you can see more of my skin between the lashes, whereas this side it is not that noticeable because we're putting on the powder. I got a blue dot right here. Y'all, I just dropped that and it rolled into the kitchen. So we tapped over the blue with that brush. So I am glad that I didn't finish the face. And I am starting to sweat. So we're just putting this under here. I'm excited for what's coming up. I have another member request for Shop My Stash, and I'm excited. I think I've decided I'm going to post those in December for Vlogmas, even though I am excited and I kind of want to do them now. Today is November 19th. And so I am really excited about that. And so this blue on the inner corner is like, why is that there? But you know what? I love it. I love it. We're going to take this brush and we're going to just do inside this corner, because this blue over here seems to come in further than over here. And we're just going to leave it like this now, because y'all know sometimes I do team too much. So we're going to edit out powdering down. We're going to use the Fenty Cashew. We're going to do an ombre lip, and I'm not sure how this is going to look with the eye look, but we're going all the way funky because I just want to finish using my newer Sephora cream lip stains, and so we're going to do that. We're going to put blue, this is number 87 from Inglot, on our upper lash line, and we may do a double wing with Contemplative State, which is MAC's Paint Pot. And I have out 2 of the MAC 220s to do that with. We are going to put on from City Beauty the Beyond Mascara. And I don't know what we're going to do for face yet as far as bronzer, blush. You know what? Let's just take out the... Did I use Fenty for the last one? I think we used Fenty for the last one. So we're going to do Sigma for our bronzers and all of that stuff. And highlight and blush. And so hang tight. And when we come back... Ooh, and one of the... Ooh, I picked up Luminous Light from Hourglass. And so we're going to do all of that. We come back, everything is going to be done. This is the finished look, y'all. And so what I did with the lip, I took 135 Mystic Purple, and I did how I normally just kind of outline under my lip line, and I came across the bottom lip line, and then I took 124 Rose Instinct and put that on the interior. I like this. And then I just went like 3 times very gently. That's it. For upper lash line, we did do 87 from Inglot, and we did wing. My wings are almost straight. And like, do you see this little line up here? That's Contemplative State. So I was trying to do something different, graphic liner, but not anything really outrageous. And so this tan line you see, like right here, you can barely see it above my crease, but then it comes out. And so I kind of winged it out. Now, if I'm looking down, you can see the entire line. And I do like that. And I am going to do one day, I forgot to put on mascara. One day, I'm just going to leave the outer corner blank. And that'll be a play on negative space. And also another look, maybe the inner portion of the lid and the outer portion, no shadow. And just shadow in the middle for negative space. So let's go ahead and put on our mascara. We will be done. I'm just really excited. My eyes have not teared one bit. Y'all, I have blue dots in different places on my face from that blue shadow, so that is definitely done. And so I will deal with that either later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, because Fez is done, because she's yeah, that shade is flaky, that blue, and the blue and the brown are the same formula. They're the cream to powder, and that orange shade is a creamy matte. Am I saying it backwards? I really like this mascara. You see this mascara? And I am not even like going in and turning the brush and all of that. This is just... Now this side I will turn the brush because most of the mascara is over here because I did that side first. But this, I really do like this mascara. It's expensive. So if there's a sale, and I do post on my community tab as I mentioned earlier, that's when you get your stuff. So this one I am turning to get more product off the brush. Whereas this side I didn't want to because I had a feeling I was just going to use whatever was left for this eye. And if it looks like it clumps just mascara in general, just use the tip of the brush and just spike it. And spike your lashes in the direction you want them to go in, and for the inner corner and also outer corner if you have trouble getting those places. But look at this mascara. So what do I think about this look? I'm digging it because from back here, I can see the orange, but it kind of wants to blend into my complexion, and then you see the blue. And then as you get close, though, it's like, oh, there's a dark shade in there. I'm glad we left the lower lash line like it was. The lip, I'm only going to say the lip goes because y'all know we do funky stuff here. Funky in a good way. But the lips, most people would not do this combination with this eye look. But y'all know I like to be different. And in a way, for me, it just kind of works. It's just like, that's interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's interesting. It's probably what most people are thinking. But so we're going to go. We did everything else we said we were going to do. Excuse me. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of these Quints. Again, these 4 are from Triochrome. These 4 are from Ayana palette. These 4 here are from the Alloy palette. And these 3 are from the Fez palette. So if you have any of those Quints, I hope this video gave you some ideas, or even if you don't, you may have something similar in your collection. And so let me know if these helped you, and also let me know how you liked seeing me trying new things that I always encourage you all to do. So that'll be it for this video. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. I don't think I did the intro, but anyway, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to reading your comments down below.